Record. Okay, welcome to tonight's webinar. I am not Brandon Cunningham, but I see on the slide it says Brandon Cunningham. My name is Tim Cox, and I am coming to you live from Covington, Louisiana. I'm excited to share this information with you tonight, guys, on a Monday night. And my job here tonight is not to give you a hard sell. It's not to pitch you. It's not to convince you. My job here tonight is just to give you something to think about, is to present some information to you and to figure out if what I have to say to you tonight has an effect on you the way it's had an effect on me. And so what we're going to talk about tonight is an amazing opportunity called LifeVantage with some amazing products that I found in 2012 that has completely transformed my health and completely transformed my life. And so what are we talking about tonight? We're talking about a little bit of biohacking, the ultimate biohacker's guide to taking control of your own biology. And if you feel like the word biohacking is too sciencey and way over your head, I definitely feel your pain. I am not a science fanatic. I'm actually a welder by trade and a contractor by trade. And so the word biohacking is something that I had to be explained. So I hope tonight to be able to share some of that with you and kind of shed some light on what this thing called biohacking is and why we're so excited about it. So why LifeVantage? I want to get into a little bit of my story. And this right here, guys, if you see this slide, this is my pride and joy. This is my family, guys. I can sit here on this webinar tonight and tell you that, you know, I came from a very wealthy, successful family. I can tell you that I graduated at the top of my class. I can tell you that I was super, super successful in business before finding this company. And if I were to tell you that, I would be telling a lie, because that wasn't me, guys. I came from very humble beginnings. Like I said, I'm a construction guy, blue collar worker, moved into being a contractor, owning my own business. I did not graduate at the top of my class. In fact, I tried at college 2 times and didn't succeed, realized I wanted to be a business owner, and dropped out of college twice to start businesses because I knew I loved being in business. I loved making my own decisions. I loved creating something of my own. And, you know, something happened that really rocked my world. I was a contractor living in a town called Lafayette, Louisiana, which is right now is about 2 hours away from where I am in Covington. And I had a construction business. I was building my business rather successfully. I would say like super successful, but in one of the worst economies we've ever seen, right? 2007, 2008, 2009, I was in business for myself and succeeding in a tough economy. Well, something happened in 2010 that completely rocked my world, guys. The BP oil spill happened in the Gulf of Mexico. And if anybody knows anything about South Louisiana, it's all oil and gas. It is, you know, even if your business is not oil and gas related, if you have a business that runs on money, which is pretty much every business, your income from your business is generated in the oil and gas industry. And so when the BP oil spill happened in 2010, I found myself really, my business dried up within 8 months, right? Because my town of Lafayette, Louisiana, just the economy completely shut down. And the things that I did in my construction business were all luxury items. Those things that you bought whenever you wanted to improve your house because you had extra money to spend. And so imagine having a business, having revenue, and within 8 months, the entire economy shuts down. That's exactly what happened to me. And in 2012, after moving back to my hometown, reopening my business, sort of relaunching my construction business, I was approached for the second time with this company that I'm sharing with you tonight, and this is called LifeVantage. And I was very, very reluctant at first. I'll be honest with you guys. When I was first introduced to this company, LifeVantage, I thought I was too good for it. I thought I was above it. I'm like, I'm a contractor. I have a business to run. You know, leave me alone with your little home business. And little did I know that the power of this industry and the magnitude of what a business like this could provide. But in 2012, after what had happened in the construction industry, I was really open to looking at other things and possibly getting out of the construction industry. Because although the construction world was a living, right? It was an income. I was completely miserable being in the construction industry. And what I didn't like too is that the construction industry was so tied to the local economy. And when people didn't have money, they didn't want money to spend on my products and my business. And so I reluctantly backed into this company, LifeVantage, saying, you know what, I'm just going to give it a shot. I just want to make a little bit of extra money. And thank goodness I did, because that one decision in 2012 for my sister to show me this company, LifeVantage, completely changed my life, completely changed my life. And if you look at this picture right here, at first thought, you're like, look, this guy is so happy. He's got a wife, he's got a kid, he's got one on the way, guys. I'm here to tell you that today, September 24th, I have a baby due in 6 days. So this picture of my wife on the bottom left, that picture was taken yesterday. Doesn't she look fantastic? I know she's downstairs watching this webinar. It looks fantastic at about to have a baby. This whole picture right here started 6.5 years ago. 6.5 years ago, after saying yes to this company, I met my now wife, and we have done this business together for 6.5 years. And when we first got started into this business, we had no idea what it was going to do for us, right? I think at the time, we just loved to travel. If you see these pictures here, I love to travel. I love to snowboard. I love to get out there. I love adventure. And I thought creating a business like this would just give me more adventure. And in fact, it did. It gave me way more adventure. We traveled the world over the last few years with this company. But a few years into this business, Sarah and I really started to dream about starting a family, right? What would happen one day if we were able to create a family and create a business from home and be able to be parents, like truly, and like be present and be parents. And that really is what drove us over the last few years to get to a level where we could start a family, we could have kids, and we could be present, like fully present parents, right? And I know you guys that have kids know the difference. There's being a parent and there's being fully present. And unfortunately, if I was still in the construction industry, I would not be able to be fully present in my kids' lives. Because at my busiest times, I was working weekends, I was working some nights, I was working up to 80 hours a week, just working that business. And so what this business has provided for me is the ability to be a dad, to be able to be there in the morning and be there with my daughter. I have my second daughter. I'm going to have 2 daughters under 2 coming here September 30th. And this company has provided for us an amazing, amazing lifestyle. And I hope to share that with you tonight and hope you see the benefit of it. So what are we talking tonight? We're talking about nutrigenomics, another fancy scientific word. But essentially nutrigenomics is the way that nutrition and nutritional supplements affect your gene expression. It's a massive, massive industry. It's going to be a $17 billion industry by 2023. And so whether we know it or not, our bodies are being hijacked every single day. You may just think that it's innocent that you're watching TV or you're on your cell phone or you're eating some food from a fast food place, but everything that we're doing in today's world is hijacking our health. Right? It's physically, emotionally, biochemically, the toxins that we're taking in from the foods that we're eating or the air that we're breathing, the EMFs from the cell phone use, so just me sitting here in front of this computer, the allergies from the allergens in the air. Our bodies are being hijacked on a daily basis. Imagine if you were able to flip that around. And instead of having your body being hijacked, you were able to biohack your body, basically taking control of the body. That is a big, big deal because most of us are just sleepwalking through life, just getting our bodies hijacked. And this is the reason why there's so much disease and illness today, because we have no idea how to stop the hijacking that's happening. Well, the answer to that is biohacking.
Take a deep.
So what I'm going to do is play a video for you guys, and this explains really well the nutrigenomic side and the biohacking, and this video will paint a really good picture of what we have here. So let me play that video for you.
Take a deep breath. Hold it. Now gently exhale. Ironically, while oxygen is necessary for all human life, it is also the element that is at the root of the aging process. That's because oxidative stress, which is a toxic level of reactive oxygen in your cells, is one of the primary causes of cell damage and the adverse effects of aging. It's almost as if your cells were slowly rusting from the inside. There's no stopping the process, but as with rust, there are ways to slow it down, to inhibit the aging process, and even reverse oxidative stress. It's called nutrigenomics, the science of using nutrition and naturally occurring compounds to affect gene behavior and attack the root causes of aging. Another root cause of aging is the depletion of mitochondria in your cells as you age. Mitochondria that are the powerhouses or engines of your cells. Nutrigenomics delivers a 1-2 punch that creates stronger cells that are better equipped to fight the effects of aging by using the NRF2 pathway to help the body produce more antioxidants and using the NRF1 pathway to boost mitochondrial production, which inhibits the aging process and increases the energy level in your cells. Aging is inevitable. The rust comes back. The engine loses some power. But now we don't have to take aging lying down. LifeVantage's study of nutrigenomics fights the root causes of aging to help people look and feel younger, naturally. LifeVantage, at the forefront of nutrigenomics.
Wow, so that video actually gives me the chills, guys, because watching this company evolve over the last, and I'll get into a little bit of the backstory of the company, but watching this company evolve over the last 6.5 years that I've been evolved, it's been mind-blowing for us to be at the forefront of nutrigenomics, such a massive, massive industry that a lot of people just don't even know about. So we're so far ahead of the curve, but here are some industries that we're looking to tap into. $500 billion is spent every year on these different industries: anti-aging, skincare, pet care, energy drinks, weight loss, massive, massive industries that people are throwing their money away on. And I'll just tell you guys, there's some really good products out there, but there's also some junk. And I'll go out on a limb and say most of the things that people are spending their hard-earned money on, wanting to slow down aging, wanting to improve their skin, wanting to help their pets, wanting to get more energy, wanting to lose weight, most of the things that people are spending their money on, it's absolute junk. And I'd hate to say it. I'm not trying to put down any other products, but if you're going to be spending your hard-earned money on products, you want them to be good for you, you want them to be effective, you want them to be proven, and that's what we have here with our company LifeVantage. And so you see here, this is an overview of our products. We have our skincare system, which is the True Science. We have the Vitality Stack, which is actually 4 products in one. We have our AXIO energy drink, and we have our holistic and smart weight management system called Physique. I'll tell you guys, and some of you want to wait to the first of the year, excuse me, to start your New Year's resolutions. And it's my hunch that the reason why a lot of people fail with New Year's resolutions is because it's predicated on procrastination, right? You want to start now, you want to get into shape now, but you're going to wait till the first of the year to get started. If you're looking to lose weight right now in a healthy way, and you want to look good for the new year, trust me, our Physique system is healthy, it's gentle, and it is absolutely effective. So this is the first product I'm going to talk about. The reason why I'm talking about it first is because this is our flagship product. This is actually the product that our company was founded on. This product called PROTANDIM Nerve2 activates the Nerve2 pathway in your body. Nerve2 is not a football. Nerve2 is a pathway responsible for your antioxidant enzymes and your survival genes, right? This system is working whenever you're younger. In fact, when you're my daughter's age, she's 18 months, it's working like crazy. And so all of the toxins and stuff that I was talking about, your body is actually designed to be able to handle that to a certain point. When you reach full skeletal age, full skeletal maturity, about the early 20s, that Nerve2 pathway shuts down. And that's when the aging process starts. And that's why you typically don't see people with gray hair or losing their hair when they're kids, or typically don't get age-related diseases, is because this Nerve2 pathway is working perfectly when you're younger, right? The problem is this system shuts down whenever you reach adulthood and all these toxins start to take over. And I'll tell you guys, this is a normal process. You're supposed to age and you're eventually supposed to die, right? But we're not supposed to handle all of the toxins that we're bombarded with. And so in this system shutting down, oxidative stress, which is basically the rusting of your body on the inside out, starts to take over. And that's when age-related disease starts to happen. That's when aging happens. And like I said, it's a normal process, but it's been accelerated because of all of the processed foods and all of the toxins that we're taking in. What if you could take one product that's all natural? If you look at the herbs at the bottom, what if you could take one product and activate that Nerve2 pathway? And that Nerve2 pathway would start firing on all cylinders again. And in fact, when that Nerve2 pathway is activated, your oxidative stress, which is tied to aging and just about every disease you can think of, your oxidative stress is reduced on average 40% in 30 days. 40% in 30 days. Is that not a big deal, right? This is a big deal for me because 11 years ago, I lost a younger brother to cancer, right? He was a collegiate athlete. And one day we found out he had cancer, and within 2 years he was gone, right? And so health and wellness is a big deal for me because just like most of you know, I mean, if you look back at our family histories, It's terrible, right? We're all getting sick. We're all getting some sort of diseases. And if we could, not saying that this product will mitigate, cure, or get rid of any diseases, but if you could lower the oxidative stress inside your body by 40%, doesn't it give us a greater chance of survival and to live a long, healthy life? Absolutely, 100%. I've been on this product for 6.5 years, and it has absolutely changed my health. I actually just turned 39 a couple days ago. And so you can see here, this is not just a run-of-the-mill product. This product has been out since 2004 or 2003. It's got 20 peer-reviewed research, over 20 studies on a website called pubmed.gov. This is actually where doctors and medical professionals go to review research that's done. And we have over 20 peer-reviewed journal publications that have been done on Protandim itself. And you look at the bottom, these are the universities that have done different studies on the product Protandim itself. And that's a big deal because all natural supplements, let's face it, there's a lot of junk out there and a lot of it is not researched. And we just so happen to have the all natural product that activates the nerve 2 pathway that has just loads and loads of science. Now, as you can see, it's been covered on NBC, the Wall Street Journal, the Today Show, ABC, PBS, Dr. Phil, and by the way, this is a patented product. So you won't see a Wall Tandem come out or a Walmart version, a Walgreens version of Protandim. It's protected. It's protected, guys. So just recently, we came out with a Nerf 1 Synergizer. It's Protandim Nerf 1. This activates the mitochondria inside your body, which is basically the energy of your cells, right? And so activating that Nerf 1 pathway, it improves your performance, it enhances your cellular health, it boosts your mitochondria, it increases that cellular energy. This product, I was a little skeptical because Nerf 2 was so powerful. But when I added the Nerf 1, I could tell a drastic difference in my energy levels and my recovery. These two products are absolutely amazing. And so this is our Physique Pro Bio. This is actually for your gut. Your gut is your second brain. And in fact, your immune system, most of your immune system is housed inside of the gut. And so you have to get your gut right. But the truth is about probiotics is a lot of them they don't make it past your digestive system. In fact, when they talk about how many billions and billions of cultures they have in it, it's because they know most of it is not going to be there once it gets to where it's supposed to go. Our patented ProBio has the BioTrack system. And in fact, it sheds in layers. So as it goes through your system, it sheds the different layers and actually contributes to the different areas of your digestive system. And this probiotic is absolutely amazing. And then we have our Omega, which is our fish oil. And this is awesome because if you take a fish oil right now and it tastes fishy, it's rancid. And in fact, if you think you're helping your inflammation and getting healthy because you're taking those healthy fats, if your fish oil is no good, you're actually doing more damage to your system than actually doing good. And why would you do that? I don't know, because you're misinformed sometimes on what the public tries to put out there. Well, our fish oil is so fresh, you can actually track it to the boat that the fish was caught on. And if you take a bite, it has a lemony flavor. You won't taste any fishy or rancid smell. This is a fresh, ultra fresh Omega Plus. It's the best fish oil on the market, in my opinion. And it's definitely rich in those omega-3s, which are super, super important. All of these 4 products here are what make up our Vitality Stack. And what I told you, our Vitality Stack is designed to hit 4 key areas in your health. Now, what it does is it activates your body, right? And it's a big part of being healthy is lowering your oxidative stress. It is activating your mitochondria. It is having a healthy gut, and it is lowering inflammation. And so what these 4 products do is help your body address these 4 main areas. And so the difference between a lot of our products and a lot of the stuff in the markets is a lot of people have supplements, right? Supplements are there to supplement your body, something that you're deficient of. And the difference between a lot of the supplements and what we have is activators, is we're activating what's already inside our bodies. And there's very few things on the market that's more powerful than your body and the way it was designed. But sometimes we have to have something to flip the switch. And that's what our products do, is flip that switch in your body to get your body moving optimally so you can live your best life. And so I talked about before, if you have a New Year's resolution, if you're looking to lose weight, if you're looking to get a healthy weight, our physique system is amazing. I want you to look at this guy down here in the bottom left. I mean, can you imagine having those types of results? Look at the abs on the right. If I were to show you, in fact, I have a stack of pictures down here. I don't want to break them out, but I have a stack of pictures of before and after pictures of people that have had success with our physique system. And it is amazing because it targets the visceral fat, that toxic belly fat that's inside your organs, surrounding your organs, which actually leads to a lot of different illness. And our 4-step system, and the great thing about it is it's gentle. It's not going to make you starve yourself. It's not going to make you do any crazy diets or anything like that. If you eat healthy and you move your body and you take our system, your weight management will balance itself and your fat loss will be accelerated, right? There is no magic pill. If anybody's out there telling you that there's a magic pill to lose weight, I can promise you it's either a lie or it's very unhealthy for you. And so what we try to do as a company is design a system that anybody can take and that is healthy for you. And you're not going to find out one day to have all these health issues because I was taking something that made me look good but was making me extremely unhealthy. And this is our AXIO. I actually just polished off some AXIO right here. I'm 39 years old, and for 20 years, I was a caffeine addict in the form of energy drinks, coffee, tea, ginseng shots, whatever I could do my entire adult life. What I didn't like is I knew it was doing damage to my body. I knew it wasn't healthy for me, and I hated the crash. And when they came out with AXIO, I was a little bit skeptical. I'm like, okay, is this going to replace what I've already been taking? And this was the first energy drink. It was the first energy product that I was able to take without the crash, without the jitters. And I'll tell you guys, if you're looking for something that is low in calorie, has no artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners, something that's healthy for you, has a lot of healthy vitamins in it, we have a decaf and a caffeinated version. You got to give AXIO a try. Get with the person that invited you to watch this. Get some samples if you want. Like, ask them, hey, I want to try out the AXIO. I'll tell you, this stuff is amazing. And then we have our skincare system. I should probably have my wife here talking about this True Science skincare system because she is an addict. Ever since I've known her for the last 6.5 years, she's got this system everywhere in the house. She's got the anti-aging cream in her purse. She's got one by the tub. She's got the cleansers all over. And this system is amazing because our skin is our largest organ. And activating that NRF2 pathway on the inside is a big deal, but activating on the outside is a big deal too. And that's exactly what our True Science system does. It reduces fine lines and wrinkles. And this system activates that NRF2 pathway, and it's actually patented, which is a big deal. And then we love our pets. Some people love their pets more than their kids. I'm ashamed to say, I'm just joking. But PROTANDIM is actually PROTANDIM for dogs. And dogs process oxygen much faster than humans, and that's why their lifespan is 7 times shorter. That's why they leave us so much sooner than we want them to. And so the funny thing about this is before PROTANDIM came out, people were skeptical about PROTANDIM, right? Because placebo effect. Sometimes if your mind thinks something's healthy for you, the placebo effect will actually help your body improve itself. Well, dogs have no placebo. And I can tell from a personal story, my sister who got me involved in this business, her husband was extremely skeptical. He said, look, they had a dog that was pretty much on his last leg. He said, give PROTANDIM to the dog. If it has a positive effect on the dog, then I'll be sold. Well, she gave PROTANDIM, started crushing it up, put it in the dog's food. And I'll tell you, the dog was on its last leg. I took almost to the point where they're going to put the dog down, and the dog ended up living like 3 years after that. I mean, just got its life back, was like a puppy again. So corporate saw that a lot of people were putting PROTANDIM in their pets' foods and whatnot, and so they created PROTANDIM, which is PROTANDIM for dogs. It has some chicken and liver flavor. It's good for their cognitive function, a shinier coat, and their joint health. This product is amazing. If you love your dogs, you have to get them on PROTANDIM. And so we have different stacks available for you. I would say as a baseline, if you're going to be on one product, that PROTANDIM NRF2 is the one product I'll be on for the rest of my life. But you can bundle it up and you can get free shipping when you get the activated essentials, or you get that vitality stack we talked about. Or if you just want to get NRF1, NRF2, there's a PROTANDIM dual synergizer. You can get those products together. And the cool thing is when you bundle them together like this, you actually get a discount on each of the products. And so where did we all start out? Let me try to move this. I don't know if that moves for you guys. Where did this all start out? You know, these products have been on the market since 2003, but not in direct sales. This actually was a research and development company more than anything. So they created this product and they started making these claims about what the product did. Well, ABC Primetime in 2005 saw what they were saying about the products. And if you know anything about John Quinones and ABC Primetime, they typically don't come into your company to do a positive piece, right? They're typically knocking on the front door and the owners of the company are running out the back door because they don't want to be exposed because the supplement industry is so full of garbage. And so what happened is in 2005, they actually invited John Quinones into their company and said, you know what? We believe in our product so much, we'll actually test your blood on national TV, which is obviously a huge risk for the company. So they bring John Quinones in, tested Nerve2 on him, and he actually exceeded the claims that they were making. His oxidative stress lowered even more than 40% in just 2 weeks. And so it was a big, big deal, right? And after that, the company, the demand for PROTANDIM went through the roof. The company didn't have the infrastructure to be able to handle it. And so they tried a few different things for about 5 or 6 years on the market. And finally, they decided they were going to sell the company. They switched it from traditional business where they were failing to direct sales, where it put it in the average person's hands like me and some of the other distributors that may be watching this to tell the story. And when that happened, the company exploded. We went from doing $3.5 million a year, and within 4 or 5 years, the company was doing over $200 million a year. And we are a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ. And over the last 9 years of existence in the company in our industry, we've done over $1 billion in sales. And what I love about the positioning of the company right now is we brought in an experienced corporate management team that is experienced taking companies from smaller companies like we are to moving into a global powerhouse of a company. And that's where we're headed right now. And so you can see, I think when I first started, we were in 3 or 4 different countries. And now these top countries, these are all the countries we're open for distributors. And we have a global customer program on the bottom. And this may not look like a lot of countries to you because a lot of companies in our space will open as many countries as possible before the infrastructure is there because they don't really believe in their products and they want to make as much money as possible before the world finds out that the products aren't that great. What we're committed to doing as a company is responsible growth. We want to grow responsibly to make sure that there is demand in the market and we do have an infrastructure, we do have leadership in place. And so for 9 years, this is not a lot of countries to be opened in, but you know what? We're opening those countries responsibly. And most of these countries are fairly new. So we're starting to have that global expansion and you're going to see this company expand to more and more countries over the next decade. And eventually we will be in 40 plus countries. What I love about our company, this is one thing that helped me because I had 0 experience in this industry, is a proven system. If you can have a system in place where the average person can come in and have success, you will be successful. And that's exactly what was created for me. They gave me a little blueprint. They said, this is what you do to be successful. And because I had no experience, no prior experience in the industry, I just followed what they did. And my wife and I have been able to create a substantial business from our homes, utilizing our laptops, utilizing our phones, and building our markets locally. We've been able to create, but it wouldn't have happened without that proven system there. So as you can see, LifeVantage has an amazing app. They have great team support. We have regional and corporate events. And this is a business that can do wonders for you if you decide that this is something for you. I'm telling you, this thing can change your life. And also, we have a free website. If you've ever started your own business to try to create your own website, some of these corporate websites, they cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to create. But the day you decide to be a LifeVantage distributor, you have that website free of charge. It's an amazing website. You can send shopping carts to people. It's a full e-commerce website. So whenever you have a customer, you can send them to your replicated website. You can send the cart to them and they can make their purchases right there from the website. And if any of you are experienced in network marketing, some of the older companies, you had to deliver products. You had to stockpile products in your garage. Guess what? The only products I have on hand is the products that my family consumes, right? I don't need to stockpile products or deliver products. All I do is send people to my website. They order from the company and the company ships the products directly to them. How cool is that system? And so if I've been talking a little bit about network marketing. If you're not familiar with network marketing, essentially network marketing is just a different way of doing business. It's a different way to get the products from the company to the consumer, where traditionally it's on retail shelves like GNC, Walgreens, and the company will spend millions of dollars to try to drive people to those stores to buy the products. Well, in network marketing, it's different. There's no middlemen. There's no retail stores. There's no money spent on advertising. All of that money is given to us in the form of commissions. And what we do is go out and build the network. And the reason why I love this profession so much is it gives the average person the ability to flex their entrepreneurial muscle. Here's the truth about entrepreneurship. Everybody wants to be a business owner. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. But the failure rate is like 90% or 95% in the first 5 years. And why is that? I think it's because the system that's set up in traditional business, the average person just doesn't have the ability to manage a business, right? They don't know what they're doing. They haven't had any training in it. And they get in and they have this complicated business that they have to run, and they have to do administration. They have to, get the products ready. They have to handle marketing. They have to handle all these working components. And the average person just can't do that. And what I found with network marketing is, unlike my traditional business where I had to do all of that, LifeVantage Corporation handles all of the heavy lifting for you. So they create the products, they ship the products out, they cut the checks, they handle legal, and all you do is build a network of people. And if you look at these statistics here from 2011 to 2017, our profession of network marketing has grown from $158 billion to $189 billion. And the industry standard is somewhere between 35 to 40% of the revenue gets paid out in commissions to the distributors that are building the network. So if you take $189 million and multiply it times 35, 40%, you'll figure out how much revenue is being paid out in commissions to distributors in our industry every single day if you divide that number by 365. It's a big deal. I think it's something like $200 million a day gets paid out in commissions to distributors. That's a big, big deal. And timing is a big deal. In real estate, it's all about location, location, location. In business, a big part of it is timing. I don't want to say everything is timing because it's not always about timing. But in network marketing, the better your timing, the better chance you have to get market share with your company. But I talk about timing a little bit differently than a lot of people. Some people will think timing is all about getting in first and getting in ground floor. And having been in a company in the very first 2-3 years, I'll tell you that being ground floor is not always a good thing. If you're getting in a company ground floor, you better be ready for some hiccups with the company, right? You're going to have corporate executives that leave. You're going to have product recalls. You're going to have problems that you have to deal with, lawsuits. And this is why, again, just like traditional business, 90 to 95% of these companies fail within their first few years. And so if you're looking for a company just to be ground floor, there's much more you have to look at. But when I look at the best timing when it comes to our industry, you have to be early enough to where the whole world doesn't know about it, but you have to be old enough to where the company is proven and financially stable. And this is the sweet spot to get involved. And this kind of just so happens to be the time we are with our company. We've been in 9 years. We've done collectively over $1 billion in sales over those 9 years, but nobody knows about it yet. I challenge you to go in your neighborhood tomorrow and go ask everybody in your neighborhood if they've heard of LifeVantage or PROTANDIM. And I can promise you, only a handful in the busiest markets, you'll probably only get a handful of people that have heard about it. In most markets, they have no clue what it is. So you imagine a company that's got the financial backing that we have. It's got the corporate staff that we have. It's got the revenue that we've created. And it's still a major, major secret here in the United States and especially worldwide. That puts us at that very sweet spot of timing that prepares us for that exponential growth that's about to happen. And this is what I talked about on the right. This is the assets you get. Like, here's the two of the packs that you can get involved in. We have the gold pack and we have the platinum pack. You'll get a discount on all these products. I think with the gold pack, you get 25% discount on these products that you get with it. And with the platinum pack, you get 30% discount on these products you see. And on top of that, you get your website, you get your corporate, you get the production of the products, you get quality control, you get shipping, you get customer service, the website. I mean, all of these things are there for you, and it helps you to get into business, right? And I just love this system because it allows the average person like me, without the fancy degrees and without the super successful background in business and without the, all of the things that traditionally will help people be successful in business, the average person like me can get in and have success with a business like this. And you can too. Don't feel like you need to have experience in business. Don't feel like you need to have a business degree. We've seen high school dropouts have success. We've seen soccer moms have success. We've seen, everything from doctors to lawyers to soccer moms, stay-at-home moms, work from home dads. Like, we've seen all of the above have success. So there's no one type of person that can be successful, but it gives everybody the opportunity to share in the revenue created from sharing these products and sharing this business. And so I don't want to go big time into how we get paid. Just know that for every dollar that the company makes, about, I think it was 48%, which I told you the industry standard, 48% is well above the industry standard. 48 cents on the dollar gets paid back in commissions. And I think we get paid 6 or 7 different ways. Just know that when you make a sale, you get paid. When you build a team and they make a sale, you get a percentage of that. You'll get roughly about a 5% passive residual income on the sales that happen in your organization. And there's other upper level bonuses, but the one I want to hit on is that 5%. And this leveraged passive income that you can make with this business is what really separates it for me. This is what makes this a significant business and not just get in and sell product, right? I wanted a certain level of freedom when I got involved in this business. I wanted to be able to have that time. And you cannot have that if you're constantly trading time for money. I'm not one of those guys that will bash jobs and say just over broke. I think jobs are fantastic. And if you're doing anything to provide for your family, whether it's a job, owning a business, being self-employed, I think you deserve a round of applause. I think it's great. But you do need to know there's a big difference between linear income, which is trading your time for money, and passive or leveraged income. Leveraged income is the efforts, the making money on the efforts of other people. Now, in the traditional sense, when you come to traditional business, I'll use my example. When I was a contractor, I did make leveraged income because I had employees and I had subcontractors that would use. So when I would get a job, I would sub a lot of that work out and I would get paid, off of their efforts. The average person will never start a company, will never have employees. And so how do they create that leveraged income? A business like this. It allows you to build a team and get paid not only on your efforts, but the efforts of your entire organization. So imagine you build a team, right? And you have a couple people in your organization and they're working, but imagine if your team starts to grow and you have 100 people, 200 people, maybe 1,000 people. Imagine what your income would be if you have this global organization and you're making a percentage. Not only you're making a percentage, they're making a percentage too. That is leveraged income, and that's what separates building a network marketing business versus building a traditional business or being employed. And it's a big, big deal, guys. And so this is our average earnings sheet. This over a 12-month period, the company tracked the incomes of all of our distributors. So these are real deal numbers, right? The line I want you to pay attention of, and screen cap this, please. Screen cap it or take a picture of it, because if this is the first time you're seeing this, you're going to want to look at this a little more in depth. Out of the roughly $200 million that the company's paying out in commission, or the $200 million, about half of that is getting paid back in commissions. And these are the average incomes for each rank in the company. And I don't want to focus on these big numbers at the bottom because, yeah, obviously it'd be awesome to be making $100,000 a month. But I want you to focus on maybe this third level, this fourth level right here, this Pro 3 level, right? The average monthly income is $580 a month. Now, this may not seem like a lot, and I'm sure a lot of you are making way more than that at your jobs. But imagine if an extra check for $580 was coming into your household. Like, how much of a difference would that make if you were able to have that extra money to cover the house payment or to cover a car payment? And if you move down one more level, it just about doubles when you hit Pro 4, an average of $1,193. The crazy thing is the housing crisis that happened back in 2008, 2009, most of those people with just an extra couple $100 would have been able to save their house. And it's crazy to think that most people are working their jobs and don't really think about how they can make supplemental income. Like, this can be, if you look at the income, the average incomes at the bottom, this can be something that will replace your income, right? It can be, if that's something that you want. However, most people just want to make some extra income. They just want to make a little bit more to help bridge the gap between how much you're making and how much you need to spend per month. And this is a great way for you to create that supplemental income by utilizing technology and utilizing your smartphones and building an e-commerce business within network marketing. And so these numbers excited me a lot when I started to go down, and I'm like, okay, 1,000, 2,500, 5,800, like, that's a big, big deal. It's a big, big deal to be able to create a business that you can get it to a point where your network marketing leveraged passive income can cover all your bills. And so most people start the beginning of the month at zero and all their bills are here, and they've got to work their way up to breaking even before they can take some of those profits home, right? But imagine if you started your month out and you knew that all of your bills were covered by that passive income that you were building. I know when my wife and I got to that level where it did exceed what we had to spend per month, it was such a liberating feeling because, some people will tell you that if you talk about money a lot, you're obsessed with money. But the truth is, if we're not making enough money, we become pretty obsessed with money because it's all we can think about. We think about how much money we don't have. We think about the bills that are coming in. We think about how we're going to make ends meet. And that will stress you out to the point like relationships are falling apart because of conversations about money and stress about not having enough money. So what I love about this business is it allows us to help the average person make some extra money, replace an income if they want to, or just create a lifestyle. I do have friends, very, very good friends in this industry that are making those top incomes, $110,000, $99,000 a month. And I can tell you, it's pretty cool watching the way they get to live, right? So that's our goal. And so if you look at this, the traditional plan versus network marketing, the traditional plan is you go to school for 20 years. Some people go to school longer than that. Some people go to school for 30 years. And then you work, you earn your income for 40 to 50 years, and you hope to be able to retire one day to enjoy some of that or be able to enjoy your grandkids. And I'll tell you that the pipe dream about retirement is fading away for so many people. You either have ones that retire and realize they didn't have enough money, the Social Security isn't enough, and they're having to go back and work, or some that are just like, I will never retire and I'll just never get to enjoy the time freedom that I wanted. And they end up working till the day they die. Now, some people love that. They're passionate about what they do and they just love to stay busy and love to work. And if that's you, that's okay. But I know so many people would much rather be spending their time enjoying themselves instead of having to work their entire lives. And so what we try to do here with LifeVantage and network marketing is kind of give you some more time on the back end. Now, this is only for the ones that are really hardcore and want to build this thing and want to create a full-time income. You can actually go to school for 20 years or a little bit more than that, and you can actually work your network marketing business really hard for a few years, 5, 6 years, whatever you want to put into it. And on the back end, if you get to the level of success of those incomes at the top, you can actually create more time on the back end, more time freedom, and be able to enjoy more of your life instead of working a job that you hate. Now, like I said, this is only for the ones that want to go full-time. I realize some people just want to make a little bit of supplemental income, and that's completely okay and fine too. There's something for everybody in this opportunity. And so like I was going back and talking about before, a lot of people are using a business like this for supplemental income. Never depend on one single income, because if that single income goes away, things get pretty tight. So always work to create a second source of income. And I'm passionate about this company, not just because it has helped us create a nice business and create, a type of lifestyle from our family. I love how our company gives back. And the LifeVantage Legacy Program is a big deal. And it's a way for our company to give back to the world. They're building houses in Mexico. They have all these different things out there. The Wounded Warrior Project that our company is investing in and helping to give back to the world. And it just helps you sleep well at night, knowing that you're partnered with a company that cares so much. And so that's our LifeVantage opportunity. I want to thank all of you for joining, guys. I'll tell you this business, this company, these products are not for everybody. And I realize you may be watching this, maybe you didn't make it this far in the presentation. You're saying this is not for me. If that is the case, 100%, we're completely okay with that. But if you've been watching this presentation, if you've been asking yourself, like, okay, what if I had a little bit of extra money? What if my health was a little bit better? What if I was able to, let my spouse leave her job because we're making enough money? Or what if I just wanted to create lifestyle income that I probably will never be able to create in anything else that I could do? Like, if you're asking yourselves, what if, and you're at least a little bit interested, get with a person that invited you to watch this and get your questions answered, guys. A little backstory before, I actually was first shown this company in 2010, right when the BP oil spill happened. It was my good friends, Tim and Tori Hill. And like I said, I thought I was above it. I told them, go play your little game, go build that little business. And after a year and a half of me losing my construction business, they went on to hit the 7th rank of the company within like 2.5 years. And so when I was jumping on board, they were already pretty close to that elite rank. And so the reason why I tell you that is that sometimes, guys, skepticism, I think healthy skepticism is good. And if you're feeling a little skeptical right now, just understand that the opposite of that is gullible. And so I definitely don't think that you need to be gullible. However, sometimes that skepticism can be very, very costly. And so all I ask for you is to get your questions answered. And if this is something that you want to do, we'd be happy to run with you and help you build a business to whatever level you want. If it's an extra $200, great. If it's an extra $500, great. If it's an extra $2,000, great. We're here to help you. And thank you so much for watching. And this will be available for replay on YouTube. So everyone have a good night. Happy Monday. And I'll talk to you guys later.